Mission impossible. Have you ever thought that something's impossible and you can't do it? And if that's the case, is that true? Is it possible that everything that's ever been achieved was once considered impossible? And I'm standing here at a Mission Impossible mission. I built Cayman a fairway to play golf, and it's a reasonable distance, and it was grass and weeds and dug in deep weeds and some really big rocks, and it was quite a mission. And when I started the mission, I thought, well, this could possibly be impossible. But I dug this fairway one rake at a time, one pick at a time, one wheelbarrow load of dirt at a time. I moved this big space of weeds one dig at a time. And isn't that what life's all about? We can only take one step at a time. There's only 1 minute at a time that we can live. There's only one day at a time. We can't change the past. We can affect the future, but we can only do that one little bit at a time. So there's a really great quote: don't sweat the small stuff because it's all small stuff. And if you break every big mission, every impossible mission, every tough challenge into tiny steps, can you do it? There's that other great quote: if you're going to eat an elephant, you can do it if you do it one mouthful at a time. Now, I have no interest in eating elephants, but this was an elephant, this big space of clearing all this dirt. Now, I know it's not green, but we live out in the desert, so it's not likely to ever be green. But I did this because I wanted to do something to test and measure my mental toughness and my physical strength and physical fitness. I'm always looking for things to do, and I understand the process of one step at a time. I've run 21 marathons, and I only share that with you because a lot of people share with me that they can't run marathon, it's too hard. Well, I was given some great advice when I thought running marathon was too hard, which is, Rowie, when the gun goes off, start running, and when you cross the finish line, stop. It's just one step at a time. And if you look at it as 42.2 kilometres, it's a bloody long way. But if you just think about one step at a time, and when you get tired, you don't think about, I've got 10 Ks to go or 5 Ks to go or 25 Ks to go. It's just, I'm going to do the next step. So whatever mission you've got that you think is impossible, whatever task, whatever problem, whatever solution you have to find for a problem, is it possible that if you just do one thing at a time? Now, the neuroscientists and experts of the brain will tell us we can't do two things at once anyway. Women think we can multi-skill, but ultimately there's another great quote: you can only ride one horse at a time. You can't ride two horses with one ass. So you can ride two horses, but only one at a time. So if you're trying that ridiculous motion of trying to ride two horses at once, obviously that's just silliness. But if you just do one step at a time, overcome one challenge at a time, come up with one solution at a time, is it possible that you can do all of the things that you want to do? When it comes to getting into great shape, a lot of people say, oh, you know, I'm 120 kilos and I should weigh 50 kilos. Well, that's a big mission. But if you just think about the next meal that you're going to eat and the next piece of exercise that you're going to do, rather than this big, huge elephant that you have to eat, how about one mouthful at a time, one step at a time? And then everything becomes possible. Everything that's ever been achieved was once considered impossible. So if you want to achieve something, break it down into little steps, and perhaps it will become a completed place to play golf. I love coming out here. I absolutely love coming out to look at this because it's just something that I have achieved. And isn't that the beautiful thing about achievement? I did it one step at a time. I overcame the challenge. I've achieved. And is it possible that if you've got that headspace, you can now take on a bigger mission, which is what I'm about to start. We've got some new fencing done for our dog run, and I want to be able to run my dogs inside our fences. So watch this space. I'm going to be creating a running track for Rowie. It's 300 metres long, and I have to dig it myself. So I'm looking forward to starting that mission, and I'm just about to start it today, which is why I came out to have a look at this one, because I know that I can do this one. So now it's just one dig at a time, one rake at a time, moving one rock at a time to build my running track. You can do whatever you want to do. Nothing is impossible. Change it to I'm possible and live your life to the max. Woo-hoo-hoo!